Shut up and sit down.
Greetings, fellow Earth travelers. Obelix here, coming at you today from the Furnace Challenge. So, I'm here today on, if I can get turned around, a new frontier world, but I went ahead and loaded it with nothing but desert to give us a nice flat land to work with and some hot land for some stuff we're going to be doing later. But today I want to test out all the different furnaces in the new frontier to see which one is better, and here they all are. That is a big old lineup of furnaces, isn't it? Man, oh man. So let's get into it. I want to find the best furnace for us to use. Now, I am powering all the furnaces with these creative energy cubes for mechanisms so that they'll be equally powered, and I'm using these ultimate universal cables which just carry a ridiculous amount of power. So nobody should be hindered by power. This guy has 3 inputs instead of 1, but he should be fine. And for our extra utilities, I did add a creative mill in so that we can get the GP as well. So let's get going and see how these things do. First up is the Induction Furnace from Industrial Craft 2. So we're going to be cooking up rabbit, wascoey wabbit, because I never see anybody cook rabbit. So they're always cooking steak or potatoes or something. We're going to cook rabbit. So the challenge is to cook up a stack of rabbit. I'm pretty sure this guy's not going to win. Yeah. But he does have one added benefit. He can cook 2 different things at once. Now, I think we can't add any upgrades to him. I did try. See, we got 2 at the same time. But there may be some additional things we can do with some heat induction, things along those lines to get this heat percentage up. But that's a little overly complicated for what we're trying to do here. Well, actually, as it's heating up, it's getting faster. So we're up to 10%, 11%. It just gets quicker and quicker the more time you let it cook. But if you just want to cook one thing, no bueno. So let's move on to the Electric Furnace from Industrial Craft 2. Maybe he'll fare a little better. So we open him up. Now I have fully upgraded them. I've upgraded all the furnaces along the line as best they can be upgraded. So they all have the best chance to be all they can be. So we're going to drop 64 rabbits in there. Boom. Done. He is amazing. Look at that. Holy cripes. So with just 16 upgrades, he cooks ridiculously fast. Alright folks, sorry about that. My house just got noisy. Next up is the furnace from Extra Utilities. Now I know from experience that this guy is insanely fast when fully upgraded. But there is, and provided with GP. But there is a catch in this pack. The max upgrades is 4. Yeah. You should be able to go up to 64, but in this pack you can only put in 4. Don't know why, it's just a thing. That severely cripples it. It's still quick, but it ain't quick like it should be. So yeah. Electric Furnace, still our winner. Powered Furnace by Actually Additions. Now this guy He's got 2 slots, and you can auto split. So when we put them in, it's going to split 32 and 32 and cook them both at the same time. Kind of like the induction smelter. But it's just not that fast. Moving on. Redstone furnace. Upgraded to resonant level with all augmentations from thermal expansion. Let's give her a go. It's pretty darn quick. Yeah, it's pretty quick. There is a little bit of a glitch that it's not showing the items up. Let's see if they show up when it finishes here. It piped them back out to our chest. Fair enough. That was pretty fast, but I gotta say, Industrial Craft still winning. Now this big beastie, you know, I never see anybody build one of these things. This is a seared brick furnace from Tinkerer's Construct. So it does things a little different than all the other things, but it still works. You take your 64, throw them in, and it breaks them into groups of 16 and cooks 16 at a time. Now, I don't mean it'll cook one and set it aside. I mean it's cooking all 16 at once. Each of these stacks. So if you could load this thing up with tons of items. So for sheer volume, this is your winner, hands down. If you just got absolute mass amounts of items to cook all at one time, this is your beast. But for pure speed, Industrial Craft is still winning, and this is about the speed, brother. I'm sorry, you're big, but yeah. We'll come back to him in a second. This is the Arc Furnace from Immersive Engineering, and boy does it look intimidating. What a cool model. Gauges on the back, control rods, man, it is beastly looking. Even the interface is beastly looking. How cool. But let's see how quick it is with our rabbit. Oh, what? Oh, no. Wah, wah. So here's the deal. As big and intimidating as it is, it just can't cook food. What it can do is handle all kinds of ores at one time. So for this, it's good. For food, not so much. See how it pumped out? It doubled your ore and pumped them all out at one time, which is pretty darn cool. So, from Immersive Engineering, food cooking, fail. So we're left with this, the external heater from Immersive Engineering. It works with bog standard furnace and makes it so you don't need coal. But how fast does it cook? Well, a little faster than a regular furnace, but not by much. The only thing is, you just don't need the coal. So, sorry Immersive Engineering, for food cooking, you lose. Now we have a diamond furnace for more furnaces. There's actually a bunch of furnaces from this mod, but diamond is the best. So, how does it cook? Oop, that was my test fish. How does it cook rabbit? Honestly, slightly faster than a regular furnace. But it does have the added benefit of being able to cook all the meats at one time. Well, not at one time, but it'll cook one, then it'll go to the next. So, meh. How about the ultimate furnace from Mystical Agriculture? This is often considered to be one of the best furnaces in the game. So we've loaded it up with coal. Throw our rabbits in. That's pretty darn quick. Industrial craft is still quicker, but that's pretty darn quick. Now, wouldn't it be cool, let's get rid of that fish, if this guy could work with this guy so that you wouldn't need coal? Let's see if that's a thing. Here we go. Our ultimate furnace with our powered external heater. Nope. The rabbit is uncooked. But if we throw it in a regular old furnace, there we go. So it does have to be a regular furnace. Bummer. Now we've got the Ender furnace from Ender Utilities, and apparently I forgot to put our rabbit down, so we're gonna have to get rabbit. We'll get 2 stacks for the last two furnaces here. So the Ender furnace from Ender Utilities. Loaded it up with coal, and bam. It is pretty darn quick. But what's happening to our rabbits? Well, they're being sent into our Ender chest. That's pretty cool. I give them credit. That's pretty cool. It ain't that fast. I mean, it's not slow, but it ain't that fast. But it is kind of cool to be able to just pipe it into your Ender chest like that. Now we've got the reinforced furnace from Calculator. Now I'm going to tell you, I don't know jack diddly about this mod. I've never actually used it. This is the first machine I ever plunked down from this mod. So I may be missing some stuff on it. But it has an oddball interface. We've got power. Now I'm guessing this is for upgrades, but I don't know. And looking through the mod, I didn't find anything that looked like an upgrade. So we're going to run with it the way it is. If you guys know any more about it, put a message in the down below. Let me know. Yeah, it is definitely not a winner. It is pretty darn slow. Unless there's some kind of an upgrade I don't know about. So, last but not least, one of my favorite mods, Mechanism. So we've got multiple tiers within Mechanism. So there's the standard tier, which has 1 cooking slot. The basic tier, which has 3 slots. The advanced tier, which has 5. And the elite tier, which has 7. So this guy can cook 7 things at one time. 5 things, 3, and 1. Now, you can turn on auto sort, so it'll spread the items across all available slots. So we've got that on all these guys, and I've set up a bit of a challenge so we can see how fast they cook. Now this guy, the whole front's going to light up. But on these guys, only the little top up here is going to light up. So keep an eyeball out for that. So we're going to take our 64 rabbit and drop it in. They're not going to start cooking yet. I've got them tied into that lever there. So we'll take 64 rabbit, throw it in him, see how it's spread out. 64, throw it in him, he'll spread out again. And 64 and throw it in him, and he'll spread out again. Now, all these furnaces are fully upgraded with speed upgrades. So they've got 8 out of 8 speed upgrades for 10 times the effect. That's every one of them. So when I throw this lever, these lights are going to come on and all 4 furnaces are going to kick in at one time. So watch them light up and see how they turn off. Boom. So you see them all cooking away. And if we look here in the Elite, oh yeah, he's done. Now the Advanced, he's done. Basic, a little bit slower, but he is cooking 3 at a time. So now he's done. And finally the old Standard, quite a bit slower. So that goes to show this Elite is pretty darn quick. But I still don't think he's as fast as this guy right here. Man, we gotta try him again. Let's throw steak in him this time. Yeah, hands down, he is our champion. The Electric Furnace from Industrial Craft 2. You want to cook fast? That's the way to go. Alright folks, just for curiosity's sake, I've set up an additional challenge. We're going to have our speed winner, the Electric Furnace, pitted against our capacity winner, the Seared Brick Furnace from Tinker's Construct. They're going to both cook 9 stacks of fish, 9 full stacks of fish at the same time, and we're going to see who wins. I've wired them up to this lever here, and these resonant servos are set to not work until they get a redstone signal. So there is a repeater here, there is a repeater here, everything's on the up and up. They should both be 1 tick delayed from when I throw the switch. So 9 stacks of fish, the Electric Furnace. Now I had to double up my upgrades because I needed an injector and a pulling upgrade, or an ejector and a pulling upgrade, but it still cooks the same speed. And of course our furnace is, well, our furnace, you know, the big mama. Ah, that thing's a beast. Alright, you're going to be able to see in these bins, it's going to show the cooked fish and the quantity. We're looking for 9 stacks. You ready? 3, 2, go. Okay, the Electric Furnace is already spitting out. This guy he's cut all the stacks in and he is just cooking away. Look at that, he emptied his bin out. Oh, 576, he's already done. And he's not even a quarter of the way done with his stacks yet. Look at that. So even in bulk, this Electric Furnace just can't be beat. Guys, if you're playing the New Frontier, this is the way to go for all your cooking needs. I mean, even this guy in his bulk, he's got the bulk, but he just can't get the job done. This guy's just too fast. Alright, and for our final test of the day, just because I know I'm going to be asked, our champion, the Electric Furnace from Industrial Craft 2, going head to head with our challenger, the Ultimate Furnace from Mystical Agriculture. Both have 9 stacks of mutton. There you go. So we've got our same setup we had before. Redstone going into a 1 tick repeater on both of them. So let's flick the lever and see who wins. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Hands down. No question asked. Already done, not even half done. The Electric Furnace from Industrial Craft 2 with 16 upgrades. There is just nothing better. We put it against the rest and they just can't compete. They aren't even in the same league. So there you go. So that's all the time I got for today. I sure do appreciate you guys, as always, hanging out with me. Until next time, get out there and make some noise. And I'm in a hole. See ya.